Hey guys, so this was a pretty fun episode this week, I'm not gonna lie. Like, right from the jump, we get the reveal of who the Homura imposter is and who she's working for, which is her name is Amira, and she's an agent of the Galactic Intelligence Agency, another arm of the cosmic government. Which again, just from the reveal, one of the more obvious takeaways is we're now expanding upon the inner workings of the cosmic government itself and its different branches. But I'll be honest, revisiting this reveal and taking into account Amira's role in this arc kind of reinforces something I've come to realize just more and more from reading the manga, which is the Galactic Intelligence Agency is the more capable version of the Interstellar Union Army. And I know that there are going to be people who will say that it isn't fair to compare the two of them, with one being a more military arm of the government and the other being a more covert ops arm. But trust me when I say, the further you go, trust me, to any anime onlys out there, the further you go on with the story, whether by either waiting for the next season or starting to read the manga, the more you'll understand what I'm talking about. But just giving like the non-spoiler cliff notes, as an organization, the as an organization, the Interstellar Union Army, the army of the government, is the one genuine criticism I have with the series. As just in this one arc alone, the GIA has already accomplished more than the entire Union Army will accomplish throughout the series. Like, I'm not saying the Army doesn't accomplish anything, but a lot of it is just through a lot of what the Union Army does is strictly through strong arm tactics. And even though there is a reason for that, it doesn't make things any better, to the point that the GIA again are the ones who pretty much know how to pretty much do their job better than the Union Army themselves. It's again there is a reason for that, but it's like it doesn't make it any less stupid. And to that point as well, I kind of like how Homer's fight with Amira is kind of inconsequential when you get down to it, because Amira has already gathered all the information she needed, and the fight itself was just okay. This thing just okay. That was a little bit of annoyance, but now I can move on. Um, and yeah, with that said, let's talk about Hermit, because first off, she just proved in a single moment why I honestly believe to this day she is is at least top 10, maybe top 5 strongest characters in this series. Because what she says in this episode and proves through her own abilities as a hacker or a coder or whatever else you want to call her, isn't wrong. While it can be effective to have a strong, flashy power in a world within this game, but also in this game, and sometimes even in the greater world of Eden Zero, if you look at the greater context of this world, having the control of data and being able to manipulate it is just as powerful as in any other strength, or in any other strength, or even any other kind of like any combat related ether gear. And honestly, just having the ability to hack into systems, hack data, hack anything, is an even greater weapon to have at your disposal than, again, being able to fight. And even though there were people who kind of commented jokingly about the show, like throwing in another power friendship line in, it is thanks to Homer, when you get down to it, that Shiki was even able to defeat Jamalov to begin with, as she explained, that the psychotic fucker was just outclassed by her programming abilities. That's really what it amounts to. And in fact, using that final code shit proved how much of a sore loser that Prince Jamalov, as it's revealed in the end of the episode, Spider, really was. Like, the dude just did not fucking look, the dude just kind of said, I quit. That's really what happened with this. With that said, I guess I still do need to address Hermit's little heel turn at the end, which yeah, I thought her finally opening up, open. I thought her finally like thought her like I guess you could say opening her eyes was a little quick even in the manga. But at the same time, as we see, when Hermit awakens in the real world, it wasn't a complete heel turn either. And in retrospect, the only thing when you really get down to what to basically Hermit's like current mental state and where she's at right now, in retrospect, the only thing Shiki did was just kind of get her to open her mind a little, and this is really only the first step of Hermit, like Hermit's development of learning all humans aren't evil. The only thing, like from here, what she has to do now, like Hermit from here, Hermit has yet to come to grips with her own demons, and as you'll come to learn next week, as you'll come to learn next week, next week I'm kind of spoiling a bit here, but we are going to get a full backstory reveal of Hermit's past and what drove her to how she is now. And oh boy, am I giddy as fuck in order to see the reactions to this one. Like I'm not joking. Like again, this arc in particular is kind of the switch point to where Eden Zero like stopped like it stopped a long time ago, mind you, but this is where Eden Zero really steps out of Fairy Tail's shoes and becomes a whole different breed of a monster. Let's put it that way. Like, yeah, and again, I am so giddy in order to see people's reactions to this to Hermit's backstory because, ooh boy, this is gonna be fun. That's all I'm gonna say, and it's gonna be I'm gonna be reliving some memories of my own. Yeah. Um. Now, getting back to Amira, there's a little more importance to her appearance here than you might realize. But for now, it's once again another moment that truly is building up like Draken Joe as a threat. Like if the government, like it shows that if the government has to send one of their covert ops agents, then yeah, just one of Draken Joe's operatives is enough in order to send the government into a bit of a tizzy. But at the same time, one of the bigger questions to ask, at least in this scenario, is how Amira even got a hold of Homer's account information specifically. Like the word specifically here. Because even though the explanation Amira gives to Homer does check out, when you really look at this whole situation with Amira being there and the Eden Zero crew being there, there's also a little bit too much of a coincidence around the circumstances themselves that really makes it out to be that there's more going on behind the intelligence agency than what's shown here, and it's way more obvious now. I guess being a manga reader, it's way more obvious now than it was when I first saw this stuff. But when that Draken Joe isn't the only one the organization is tracking. Although I don't think Amira is fully aware of that fact either until season 2. I also want to talk about the seiyuu they got to voice Amira, because in some ways it's both the voice I expected, yet at the same time not either. Because Amira did always look like the type of character that Mashima would want to have a high-pitched voice. But at the same time, I wasn't expecting it to be that high pitched. Like I think what I was honestly more expecting was more along the lines was what was just more of a kind of a middle ground voice between being high pitched but also reserved. I guess something like adult Wendy's seiyuu I guess was something of more of what my expectations were, and I don't even know if that's the exact comparison I'm looking for, but it's the closest one I've got, just because, yeah, here, the show went full high pitch on us, and it was a little jarring, to say the least, so I'm hoping whoever's voicing like Amira right now, that they pretty much tell the seiyuu to pull it back when Amira makes further appearances in the series, but yeah, not a big fan, if I'm being honest with you. One final thing to talk about, though, is the episode ends with the reveal again of Zhamilov's real identity, Spider. And I'll be honest, the anime added little touches to his character model that actually make him physically look way more pathetic in the anime than in the manga, which to a certain degree actually made him more frightening than when you see him fly out the handle and back and hack into the Eden Zero systems just to get revenge. Because the overall scare factor of a guy like this is how much people like is how much like just on a, how much people like this actually exist in real life. And to see it happen in this show makes it way more unnerving than I remember it being when I first read this in the manga. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, Analyst, Crunchyroll. Be sure to hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just share it around, guys. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later.